What are normal glutamate levels? Have you ever wondered how our brains maintain balance? One key player in this process is glutamate, the most abundant excitatory neurotransmitter in our brains. It plays a vital role in functions like cognition, memory, and synaptic plasticity. But what does it mean to have normal glutamate levels? In healthy individuals, normal glutamate levels are tightly regulated. This balance is achieved through a cycle known as the glutamate-glutamine cycle. When glutamate is released into the synapse, a type of brain cell called astrocytes takes it up and converts it into glutamine. This glutamine is then sent back to neurons, where it is transformed back into glutamate. This cycle is essential for keeping glutamate concentrations within a narrow range, which helps prevent excitotoxicity, a condition caused by excessive glutamate that can damage brain cells. Now let's connect this to schizophrenia. Research shows that glutamate levels can be quite different in individuals with this condition. At the onset of schizophrenia, there is often an increased glutamine to glutamate ratio in the blood. This indicates that glutamate metabolism is altered early in the disease. As the illness progresses, this ratio tends to decrease. Some studies even show that certain brain regions, like the basal ganglia and medial temporal lobe, may have elevated glutamate levels in chronic schizophrenia. It's important to note that glutamate levels can vary depending on the brain region and the stage of the disease. For instance, elevated glutamate has been found in the basal ganglia, while changes in the medial frontal cortex may be more noticeable in individuals at high risk for schizophrenia or in the early stages of the illness. Factors like age, disease progression, and the use of antipsychotic medications can also influence glutamate and glutamine levels. For example, glutamate levels tend to decrease with age in schizophrenia patients compared to healthy individuals. This might be due to brain volume loss or the effects of medications. Understanding what normal glutamate levels look like is important for developing treatments for schizophrenia. Researchers are looking into medications that can modulate glutamate receptors or influence the glutamate-glutamine cycle. Monitoring these levels could also help in early diagnosis or tracking the progression of the disease. In summary, normal glutamate levels are characterized by a stable balance maintained by the glutamate-glutamine cycle. In schizophrenia, this balance is disrupted, leading to either excess or deficiency in glutamate depending on the stage of the illness and the brain region involved.